So I had this job early on in my life, and I I might not have been the only Christian there, but it sure felt like I was the only Christian there. And there was a guy there on the job. His name was Bob, and Bob was openly hateful to Christians. He said to me on day 1 or 2, "I hate Christians. I hate preachers. I hate Jesus. I hate everybody." That's basically it. And he went on. I worked there 9 months, and he proved every day that I saw him that he proved that he hated Christians. He would,
He wasn't lying.
right. I was in school then. I was, studying in the breaks. I'd have back when I was in school, and he would make a point of saying ugly things to me. And I just didn't respond to him. I prayed for him, not a lot. I prayed he'd mostly go away. That's what I prayed. On my last day of work, I worked there for 9 months, raising money to go to school. And on my last day, very last day of being there, I walked out the door, and he was sitting on the back of his pickup truck. And he's a great big Irishman, big man. And he said, "I want to talk to you." And I'm like, one more last conversation with this guy.
Right.
Going to tell me how horrible Christians are and how he hated God. And so I sat down on the pickup truck, and he said, he had this big thing of beer there, and "I want to talk to you." And I said, "Okay." And he started crying. And he said, I've been really ugly to you the whole time you've been here. It's there kind of like an internship thing. Been ugly to you the whole time, and I thought you deserve to know why. And so
Wow.
he shared with me that he grew up in church. He saw a lot of hypocrisy in church. He saw a lot of stuff growing up that, wasn't right. And he just grew up hating God, hating church, hating preachers, hating Christians in general, just a general disdain for believers, But I guess treating me like he did, he started to feel bad about that. And so he said, "I have a question before you leave. Do you think God could love someone as hateful as me?" Well, I'm not God, but I'm just thinking, from what I've read, you're exactly the person that
Right.
God loves.
Right.
And so I prayed with him. He became a believer. My understanding is, from feedback from other people, he became, I think, a deacon in his local church, local community, served there for years, faithfully. My whole point of that story for me, what I came away with it was, I never felt like I had to defend God with this guy. I never felt like I had to quote scriptures at him. I never had to, hey, I'm studying for this, that, and the other. Never had to do anything. All I had to do was put up with his mouth, and not retaliate. I'm not saying I didn't want to, and I had, plans. Sometimes just who we are speaks the witness that needs to be spoken.